go live and we'll see what happens.
Drum roll, please.
We are going to see what happens here. How does this all shake down? I think we're live.
Give it a little break. Don't forget because of those commercials.
No, I know, Craig. I know how to do that. I know how to do this part of it.
Oh, okay.
Great. You can see me like.
We got you. Everybody's on.
I hear an echo. Somebody has.
That's me. That's me. I'm turning the volume off. I have the chat pulled up so I can see.
But you guys, we made it on the air. We did it.
We made it on the air. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our play reading this evening. Thank you so much for being here. It says low audio, so we'll see if that is something. Thank you for the feedback. The notes on how it all is going out there.
Volume should be raised up, but let's see what people think.
Let us know how we're sounding. Let's all just do a quick hello, how are you? And somebody, Matt King, you seem to be on it. Let us know how we're sounding tonight. Let's go, Steph.
Hi, friends. I'm so excited to be seeing everybody-ish. Oh, and JoJo's here. What's up, girls? This is my bassist. She's my girl from Girls Night Out.
Hi.
We got lots of friends in the chat saying hi. Hi, guys.
So excited you're all here.
Let us know balance-wise how Steph is compared to me, because the play is going to be her and I. So we want to be balanced.
Yeah, make sure you can hear everybody.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
Craig Jackman is reading our narration this evening. Say hello, Craig.
Good evening, everyone, and it's great to be here and so excited to be here with everybody and you guys.
It's going to be a blasty blast. And ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Amanda Benjamin.
Hi.
So I'll tell you a little story. I was eating dinner around 8 p.m. this evening, and thoughts and prayers, our hearts and lights go out to Sam Miklich, who is struggling at home in the Cove. And he was originally planning, he built the whole show for tonight on OBS. He had music and titles and transitions and this and that, and he's just down in the Cove. So we're thinking about you, Sam. We love you. But I was sitting there eating dinner, and I was like, man, it's a kind of a bummer that, like, you know, we can totally do this all on Zoom, old school style. But I was like, it's kind of a bummer how, like, Steph and I are just gonna, like, our boxes are going to be smaller, and the whole show is basically just two-person scenes.
Yeah.
And then my brain behind my face went, Amanda knows OBS and she's a producer. What's she doing? And I texted her like literally at like 8 p.m. And I was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And she did the thing that you don't do if you don't want to do something. She said, I think I'm just hanging out at home.
I'm just here.
And I went, okay.
Hey.
Would you want to do something like this? But she was like, yes, I'm in. Send me your titles. Send me your send me your scripts. Send me your transitions. And so producing the show tonight on the fly is going to be Miss Amanda Benjamin.
Very
she has
simple.
no idea what the show's about. She's going to be reading the script as she produces the show, as we're reading through it. And just give it up for Amanda.
MVP from Miss Amanda.
There is one more thing we didn't test, if that's okay, really quick. If I can just have a one-person screen, I want to make sure that one actually looks right. So I might have forgotten to take my background off. So hang on.
I'm going to turn mine off since that scene will be Steph.
Okay. Perfect. See, I did. I'm so glad I checked. I forgot to check my backgrounds. Hold on.
Besides, everybody gets a gorgeous view of Steph by herself.
God bless you. Thank you for saying that. I am a sweaty monster from a full day at the Disneyland. There she is. There she is, shiny and new.
All right.
Looks great.
Okay.
Thank you. It has been. I was at Disney doing Girls Night Out all day today with Miss JoJo, who's watching. Hi, girl.
All right. I'm gonna go back to all of us on screen. So
yeah,
let's do it. There we go. Okay.
Thank you all again for your patience. So I've been doing Thursday nights after Hunter since I got back from Texas, and I hit Steph up last week, and I was like, hey, do you want to join me next Thursday? We'll do something. We could do whatever we want. And that turned into, let's do a play. Let's do a two-person play. What script? I don't know. Let's find something. And we found something to do.
Paul found this gem, and I'm so excited.
But there has been no rehearsing. We haven't talked about it at all. So
Except me saying this is amazing and I'm excited because there's been no time for anything else. We haven't had any time. Bless.
So it is literally the first time it's being read that we're reading it together. And Amanda is producing on the fly. She's never read it.
Oh no, I have no idea.
It's like renegade acting or renegade play production.
It's so exciting.
It's doing it.
Is going to be so much fun. And let's just dig into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, please, I didn't know how long we were going to talk beforehand, so I have to become an 8-year-old. So you can start if you want to, but holding for age.
You brought up an important point. I'll just mention. So the script bounces around. It's the same two characters, but it bounces around in their timeline. Ooh, we're getting all that mic noise.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And so it starts with the characters at age 8, as you will hear Craig say, and then it jumps ahead 15 years and back 10 years and up 15 years and back 10 years and up 15 years and back 10 years. So it's a really interesting way to tell the story, and it jumps around. It's like Tarantino style, basically. But yeah, at the start here, we're 8 years old, and it ends at the ripe old age of 38. Steph doesn't even know how 38 feels yet, so that's like gonna be the most impressive
I
acting
know, that is acting
she's ever.
Rude, everybody. Rude. I know I look like Darla right now, but I feel like
it's
it helps.
adorable though.
That
with your little
rude.
curl, oh my god, yes.
Okay.
I know what's happening. We're just gonna go with it.
So guys, is volume okay? Audience, I didn't see anybody say.
Yeah, I think Kathy B said balance is good.
Great.
So.
Okay.
All right. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is Rajiv Joseph's Gruesome Playground Injuries.
Scene 1. Age 8. Face split open. A nurse's office in an elementary school. Kayleen, 8, lies on a bed, not sleeping. She begins to hit the mattress with her hands rhythmically. She stops. She sits up. She stands on the bed, absently. She's bored. She bounces a little on the bed and then stops. A sound of someone coming from outside. Kayleen drops back down and pretends to sleep. Doug, 8, enters. He has a large gauze bandage wrapped and taped across his face. An awful dark stain of blood grows in the middle of the bandage. He seems dazed, but not hurt, not crying. He sits on the edge of the other bed and stares at Kayleen. She sits up.
What happened to your face?
I fell.
Why?
I don't know.
Does it hurt?
A little.
I have a stomach ache. Sometimes food makes me sick. My mom says it's because I have bad thoughts.
Like what?
Bad thoughts?
Like about Dracula?
About stomachs.
I have bad thoughts about Dracula.
Yeah.
Blood tastes funny. It tastes like fruit.
It does not.
Have you ever had your face cut open?
No.
I get cut all the time by accident.
I like the nurse's office. It's quiet and dark.
I had a stomach ache when I went and saw the movies.
Oh, I like the movies, except when I come out and then there's sun.
I had 3 big Cokes. And I had gummy worms. I like to swallow them like real worms.
Why do you have so much blood?
Because I fell.
Why'd you fall?
I rode my bike off the roof.
What roof?
This roof?
This school roof?
Yeah.
Why?
I was playing Evil Knievel.
What's Evil Knievel?
He's a motorcycle guy. That's how I broke my face.
Your face isn't broken. It's just cut.
Sister Mary Pat said I broke my face.
Does it hurt?
One time, I went skating with my brothers, and I fell on the ice, and this girl skated by me, and her skate cut my eyelid open. I was bleeding out of my eye. All I could see was blood.
Well, did it hurt?
No, because the eyelid is so small, even though there's a lot of blood, I still have a scar on my eye. Girls don't get scars.
Yes, we do.
How come?
If you rode your bike off the roof, then how did you get the bike on the roof?
I climbed up the tree.
You took your bike with you up the tree?
Yeah.
Why?
So I could ride it off the roof?
And then you rode your bike off the roof?
Yeah.
You're stupid.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Shut up.
You shut up. One time, I threw up because I had a stomach ache, and I threw up so bad that my one eye started to have blood in it.
Why?
Because I threw up so hard, and so there's blood in my eye.
Did that hurt?
No. But it was red. I have a sensitive stomach, the doctor told me. There's an angel on the roof.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is. It's a statue. Are you going to go to the doctor's?
To get stitches. I like to get stitches.
Why?
It makes your skin feel tight.
Does it hurt?
Yeah.
Kayleen gets up and wanders around the room.
This room is like a dungeon.
What's a dungeon?
It's a room in a castle. It's where people languish.
Oh.
The rest of the castle is loud and has bright lights and flags and hot oil because of wars. But the dungeon is where people go and they can languish and get some peace and quiet.
Ow!
What?
My face hurts. I broke it.
You did not. It's just cut. Can I see it?
What?
Can I see the cut on your face?
Why?
Can I?
Doug slowly takes off his gauze bandage to reveal a huge gash. Kayleen looks at it for a long time. Doug looks at Kayleen, looking at his wounds.
Does it hurt?
A little.
Kayleen continues looking at his cut. Doug continues looking at her.
What happened to the blood in your eye?
It went back in my head.
They continue looking at each other.
Can I touch it?
Why?
Can I?
Okay.
Kayleen touches Doug's wound.
Gross.
Oh, your hands are cold.
It's because I wash them a lot. You should wash your hands. They are grimy.
I fell.
Showing his hands.
There's pieces of rocks in them.
Kayleen kneels down and takes his hand and starts to pick pieces of gravel out of his palm. Doug stares at her, transfixed as she does this, quietly.
Ow.
Does it hurt?
A little.
Lights shift, music fills, end scene. Scene 2. Age 23. Eye blown out. 15 years later, the kids are 23. A hospital room. Doug sits on an examining table. He's wearing a black suit spattered with blood. He has an enormous bandage across his face, covering specifically his left eye. He looks dazed. His front tooth is missing. Kayleen enters. She wears a black dress and heels. She also looks dazed. She has mud all over her feet and lower legs. She sees Doug like this for the first time. They stare at each other.
Leave me alone.
You think the fireworks were awesome? Yeah? Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, except for the one that went in my eye.
Shut up, all right? Just shut up, Doug. You shouldn't be left alone with explosives. Especially on page 11 of the script.
I think we're reading different scripts.
Am I on crack?
No, let me pick up that script. Hang on. We'll start from the top. I didn't realize they were different. Hang on. I can't see anything with this on.
Pause. Time out. Time out.
Let me switch to this one.
Which one are you on, baby? I can swap to the one that you sent me.
I was doing the single pager, but I'll do the doubles.
That's all I have.
Which one? The double?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, why are you apologizing? We totally talked about this. Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry.
No, Craig.
This is all I could access today. I'm Santa.
Mulligan. Craig, start with the scene direction.
Hang on,
again.
guys. Sorry, I only have the single page. So
I'll switch to that. Let me just switch to that.
Oh,
you
no.
Sure?
Yeah. Hold on. This is gonna be fast.
If Craig, I can get the double page. It's right here.
It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna switch.
How much different is the text? Because
which one are you on, Craig?
I only have the double.
Let's all be on the double.
Okay, I got the double up.
Double up.
My God.
Thank you,
I ruin
everybody, for your
everything. See, this is why, guys. I break everything. It's my fault.
It wasn't you. It was my lack of leadership.
Yeah,
I said use either script, and I did not know that they were different. So there's that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so are we on page 11? Scene 2, page 11?
Yes. Okay, I'm on title
right.
card. And do you want to give us the directions again, or you want to go straight to the dialogue?
Let's just have Craig start with scene 2 again.
Okay.
So we can edit this back together later.
All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
Oh, hang on. One more thing, Stephanie. When you're doing that, can you mute your? We get.
Sorry.
It's okay. Since we're like paused and we're gonna cut this anyways.
All right. I'm going in 5, 4, 3. Scene 2. Age 23. Eye blown out. 15 years later. The kids are 23. A hospital room. Doug sits on an examining table. He's wearing a black suit spattered with blood. He has an enormous bandage across his face, covering specifically his left eye. He looks dazed. His front tooth is missing. Kayleen enters. She's wearing a black dress and heels. She also looks dazed. She has mud all over her feet and lower legs. She sees Doug like this for the first time. They stare at each other.
The fireworks were awesome.
Shut up. Okay, just shut up, Doug. You shouldn't be left alone with explosives.
I didn't want to be alone.
Oh, it's my fault then. The night before I have to bury my father?
What are you even doing here?
Kristen McGonnell called me.
Kristen from high school?
She's a nurse here. She said you came in and kept saying my name, so she called me. They thought you tried to kill yourself.
Who tries to kill himself with a firework?
I know. I told them, no, you're just a crackhead dumbass with shit for brains. I told them you'd never commit suicide because you wouldn't have any scars to show off afterwards. Anyway, she said that you got hurt.
Why'd you come?
I don't know, Dougie. I was asleep on the kitchen table.
What?
I had some drinks when I got home.
What about that guy? That guy that you live with?
He's sleeping. He was sleeping when I got home. His name is Brad.
His name is Assface.
Okay.
Why do you have mud all over your legs?
I drove halfway, but the car got stuck in the mud.
What do you mean?
I mean, I drove part of the way until the car got stuck in the mud.
The car got stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
What are you even talking about? What mud? Where is there mud between the hospital and your house where you could get stuck in?
Just shut up. There's mud on the side of the road.
What, like you veered off the road? Are you drunk?
No, it's just the windshield is all jacked up because Brad hit a tree last February and I couldn't see and there was this mist or fog or something and I drank a few vodkas, but I mostly slept those off.
So you just left the car?
You know how I get.
How you get?
Fuck you. You know how I get. When you get hurt, you know.
Doctor said I'm going to be blind in one eye.
Dougie?
She sits near him, covers her eyes briefly with her hands.
It's gone. The whole thing. But it wasn't just the poke. It was the burn, too. The thing kept burning once it punctured my eye. And so the burn really messed it all up.
You always had problems with that eye.
Yeah.
The chopping wedge.
The wedge.
And that girl who skated on your eye, right? When you were little? And then senior year, the Tabasco sauce.
Mm-hmm. And pink eye.
Yeah.
I gave you the pink eye that time.
You didn't. I never got it.
Think about that all the time. Think about that all the time. I always think about that.
Yeah, well, you're a freak.
I didn't want you to come in here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm glad you're here for sure, but you have the funeral tomorrow and everything. You should go home. Take a bath, get some rest.
Shut up. I don't feel like walking back to my car just yet.
Wow. You're really drunk, aren't you?
No. I'm just bleary. I feel like I just woke up. You don't understand the week I've had. I have to get a call at work to tell me my dad's lying dead in the driveway. And then dealing with everyone and this shit. And then tonight, you come riding into town, and here's Dougie. 5 years later, all of a sudden, you know, I haven't slept in like, I don't know, 4 years or something.
Doug holds up 4 fingers.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Doug holds up his middle finger.
What about now?
Shut up.
We can both hardly see.
Maybe that's for the best.
I think I'm seeing 2 of you.
I'm seeing 2 of you too.
Let's dance.
Shut up.
No, we're both seeing double. We can dance, all 4 of us. We can play Ring Around the Rosie.
Sit down. I'm seriously dizzy.
Come on. Me too. I am too.
They sway strangely with each other, sings a song.
Oh, leany,
My God.
leany, deeny, leany, deeny, weeny, mo, mo, weeny, my, leany, deeny, diny, do. Diny,
Oh.
do, diny, do.
They both dance and laugh. Doug takes her hand and puts it over his face.
Will you touch it? My eye.
You don't have an eye.
My eye socket.
It's disgusting.
She stops dancing with him and leans against the bed.
Probably can't smoke in here, right?
Will you touch it?
What are you talking about? Stop being weird.
You've always been able to mend my wounds.
Great. Glad I could have been of service.
She takes out a pack of cigarettes.
Who's gonna smoke? What are they gonna do?
I know it's probably superstition, but I kind of need it. You know you always do it.
I don't always do anything.
You've got these superpowers. Even tonight when we kissed, you kissed my missing tooth, the gap, and it stopped hurting.
Well, I'm not touching your disgusting eye socket.
Doug starts to pick at the bandages around his head.
What are you doing?
You'll do it. You'll touch it. You are going to heal me. The pills only last so long.
Stop that.
Once the pills wear off, it's going to kill again. You've just got to touch it.
Doug, stop doing that.
Doug starts unpeeling the bandages around his face. He unpeels the top layer off and then starts unwrapping another layer.
It's okay. I know what I'm doing.
I really don't want to see you do this.
I need you to help me out, Leanie. You know what you do.
It's all off except for an extremely bloody gauze pad taped over his left eye. It looks ghoulish, disgusting, frightening.
Please, just touch.
Get away from me, Doug. I can't look at that. Please, put your stuff back over it. God, this can't be healthy.
Touch my
Come
eye.
on.
I
can't.
You
I
can
cannot.
Make it better.
Leave
Just
me
touch
alone.
It. Touch it once.
No, I will not. I'm not here to take care of you, Doug. I'm not some healer.
I'm in pain. Leanie, don't you understand that?
I don't care.
Then leave. Get out of here. Fucking go!
For an instant, they're both startled. Then she exits. End scene. Scene 3. Age 13. The Limbo. 10 years earlier, the kids are 13. The nurse's office. Night. Kayleen enters. She's unwell. She wipes her mouth from having just coughed something up. She's unsteady. She is dressed for the 8th grade dance. She lies on the bed, feet still on the floor. Doug enters, hopping on one foot. He sits quickly in the other bed.
What happened to you?
I was rocking out.
You were dancing?
Yeah, I was all over the place.
Were you break dancing?
No, it was the limbo.
Did you hurt your ankle?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
I mean, what about the dance?
What about it?
It's going on?
Big deal.
You don't like it?
No.
It's fun.
So go back to it.
I jacked up my ankle.
Doing the limbo.
Yeah. It's Mexican, you know?
Mm.
I was rocking out. How come you don't like it?
I just don't.
Then why'd you come?
Shut up.
Did you throw up blood?
What?
I heard Sister Bonerface tell Mrs. Wheaton. She said you threw up blood.
I didn't throw up blood. I just threw up.
You want me to get some ginger ale?
No. Thank you.
I can throw up whenever I want.
That's reassuring.
Really, though, I don't need to, like, stick my finger down my throat or anything. I can just do it if I want.
Why would you want to?
Sometimes just to feel better. Or, like, to gross people out or something. I was playing hockey. I play hockey. And I was playing, and this dude on the other team, he was a real agitator. And he kept creeping all over me. He was annoying, you know? He was just annoying. And so I made myself throw up a little bit in my mouth, and I spat it on him.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. You're disgusting.
Man, he was so grossed out, he started to cry. And then I was like skating all over the place. I scored a goal. We lost, but I scored a goal.
Hockey sounds like a wonderful activity.
I tore my Achilles tendon last summer.
Why are you talking to me right now? Why don't you just go back to the dance?
But that's why I hurt my ankle. I never really healed right, I think. Sometimes I hurt it just by walking. Because you know how I did it?
You said dancing.
No, when I tore my tendon.
I don't know. Playing hockey?
No. I was riding on the handlebars. Todd Scott was riding, and I was on the handlebars, and we were speeding down Noble Hill Road, and my foot got caught in the spokes, and I got flipped off the bike. I also got 10 stitches in my face. But I tore my Achilles tendon. I'm accident prone. That's what my mom says I am.
If you're riding on the handlebars of a bike, going down a hill, you're not accident prone, you're retarded.
You shouldn't say retarded. That's real rude to retarded people.
Sorry I offended you.
It's cool.
The pulse of the music can be heard echoing in the distance, nodding his head with the music.
I like this one. You want to dance?
What are you talking about?
Doug gets up, gimpy, but spirited. He starts to dance awkwardly.
Let's dance.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. I want to dance with you. Get up.
I'm not dancing.
Come on.
Doug pulls her off the bed, and they very awkwardly dance to the distant music. But it's too awkward, and Kayleen walks away and flops on the bed.
What?
So retarded.
How come you don't like to dance?
Would you just leave me alone?
Go up with me.
I'm not going back to the dance, okay? Leave me alone.
But it's fun.
It's not fun for me.
Doug stares at her for a moment. He sits, takes off his shoe, and starts scratching the bottom of his foot vigorously.
What are you doing?
Got an itchy foot.
That's disgusting.
So? So's throwing up blood.
I didn't throw up blood.
Doug continues scratching his foot. Kayleen watches him unguarded for a moment. Then she turns away.
So, Caitlin, what do you like?
What did you just call me?
Caitlin?
My name is Kayleen.
Oh, yeah. Kayleen. I meant to say Kayleen.
You're a dick.
I'm not.
Shut up.
Doug takes off his other shoe. He scratches that foot, but not nearly as vigorously.
So what do you like?
I don't understand the question.
Who do you like? What guy do you like?
I hate everybody.
Why?
I just do. Shut up.
Doug stops scratching his feet. He looks at them, stretches. He takes off his socks.
Hey, Kayleen.
What?
Look.
Kayleen looks at him, and he whips one of his socks at her face.
Ew! Ew! That is so gross!
It's my sock!
I know!
It's stanky. It's smelly.
That is the grossest thing I've ever seen. You are disgusting. Get away from me.
Who do you like?
Just go away.
There's not one guy you like?
I told you no. Leave me alone.
Doug goes and picks up his sock and takes it back to his bed.
So stupid.
I like Erin Marks.
Good for you.
She's really pretty. I danced with her tonight. She kissed Dan Strauss.
Yeah, she also kissed Ian McGee.
She did?
Yes.
She did not.
I saw them kissing backstage at the choir concert.
Have you ever kissed anyone?
You're so stupid.
I am not. Have you?
Shut up.
Doug is quiet for a moment. He goes and gets his sock. He puts both socks back on.
I haven't ever kissed anyone.
I don't care.
I'm gonna kiss Erin Marks tonight.
Good for you.
Doug lies down on the bed. He stretches.
So why don't you go back up there?
I'm gonna go in a second.
Kayleen lies down. They both face the ceiling.
I think kissing is gonna be really nice.
You're retarded.
Doug starts kissing his forearm and the crook of his arm, as if to practice. He gets more and more passionate, trying to annoy Kayleen.
Kissy, 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 kissy.
I'm leaving. You are so annoying and stupid.
I'm not stupid, and that's really mean, you know? Everyone thinks just because I'm awesome at sports and I always get hurt that I'm stupid, but I'm not stupid. I'm just brave, that's all. I'm brave. Don't leave.
I thought you wanted to go back to the dance.
Not yet. I want to sit here.
Kayleen goes back and sits down.
I'm not always brave.
Yeah. I know.
Do you want to practice kissing?
What?
I'm just saying, I've never kissed anyone, and I'm assuming you haven't either, and I'm nervous about doing it, and you probably are too. So why don't we just practice so when we do have our first kiss, we'll know what we're doing?
No, thank you.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No. I'm not going to kiss you. It's gross. And besides, we didn't even have a first kiss after that. That would be our first kiss. And I want my first kiss to be with you. I just threw up anyhow.
It wouldn't be our first kiss because it would be a practice kiss. I don't like you. I like Erin Marks.
I just threw up.
Didn't you wash out your mouth?
Yeah.
So that's okay then. Come on.
He stands up.
Come on. Practice kiss. Then we can go back to the dance.
I can't believe you're even talking about this.
Come on. Practice kiss.
This is just weird. Let's just go back to the dance.
Kayleen gets up. Doug leans in. His face hovers just in front of hers. She looks at him, then allows Doug to kiss her. They kiss. Then they step apart. They look at each other for a moment. Kayleen puts her hand over her mouth.
What's wrong?
She's going to puke. She grabs a trash can and throws it up in it. She throws up a lot. When she's done, she just stands there holding the trash can.
Are you okay?
Kayleen won't look at him. She's clearly humiliated.
Kayleen, are you okay?
Just please go.
Doug looks at her. She holds the trash can close to her body. Doug cocks his head back and makes a really strange sound, like a deep groan or gargle. He keeps doing this and then grabs the trash can from Kayleen and he throws up into it. When he's done, he shakes his head as if to clear it and stares into the trash can.
Our throw up is all mixed together. You want to see?
Kayleen stares at him and then steps to him, and she and Doug look into the trash can together.
So awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
End scene. Scene 4. Age 28, Tuesday. 15 years later. The kids are 28. Hospital. Doug is in a coma. He wears an eye patch over his left eye. Kayleen enters. She hasn't seen him like this.
God damn it.
She goes to Doug. Only beeping and other artificial sounds. She looks at him for a long time.
Hey again.
Kayleen covers her face with her hands, and then she exits. She re-enters quickly.
So, I'm trying to get more healthy, mostly, most of the time. I thought you should know. So, don't worry about me or anything. Come on, Doug. Wake up now. Just wake up. Okay, I'm here. I'm here to wake you up, okay? It's been a long time, I know. I just want to... Jesus, what the fuck am I doing here?
She goes into her bag and gets some pills. She takes them. She sits down in a chair that's not close to the bed.
I'm so sick of your shit.
Kayleen rubs her temples. She gets up and walks to him quickly.
Who gets struck by fucking lightning?
She goes
On
back to her
their
seat.
fucking roof! I hate to tell you this, you stupid fucking genius, but getting up on the roof in the middle of a fucking electrical storm isn't a brilliant fucking move.
Kayleen calms herself. She takes out a bottle of lotion and takes some in her hands.
I'm trying not to swear so much. And I'm moisturizing. So that's what's going on with me these days. So, congratulations on almost being married. I mean, I heard about it. I heard about her. Elaine. Sounds lovely. We're grown. Probably made the right decision, though. I don't think you're going to be ready to settle down until you stop climbing up on the roof. I mean, I'm no model citizen, but I do know basic fucking things about personal safety, you dumb piece of shit.
Kayleen puts her lotion back in her bag. She gets up and walks over to Doug again.
I mean, you're not the first groom to get cold feet. I feel like an idiot here. I was pretty sure I'd get here, say 2 words to you, and you'd snap out of the shit. Because it's me. It's Kayleen, Dougie. I'm back. Last time I saw you, you just blown out your stupid eye twice. Well, I guess this is 3 times. Does this count? Does it count if one of us might be brain dead? Of course, you've always been brain dead, haven't you, Dougie? What else?
Kayleen gets up and looks at Doug. She slowly walks to him and touches his hand. She takes his hand in hers. This is the first time in this scene she's really let herself look at him. She gingerly holds out her hands over him, as if she had the power to raise the dead, but knows she looks ridiculous. She touches his chest and then lifts her hands up as if she might have just woken him. Nothing.
I am retarded.
She walks in a circle and then comes back to him. She stares at him for a long moment. She holds his hand, rubs it. She goes to her bag, gets out the lotion, comes back to him.
Your hand is all dry. You can't marry that girl, Doug. You can't. Because what about me? What about me, huh? When my dad died, when you came to the funeral home that night, that stuff you said to me, you're always doing that, you know? The top 10 best things anyone's ever done for me have all been done by you. It's pretty good, right? I know. I'm so stupid. I'm just fucked up. You know that. And so I need you to stick it out, Dougie. I'm going to need you to come looking for me again. I'm sorry, but you have to wake up. You have to wake up for me because I'm not great. You know? I'm not great. And I really need you right now. I really need you to come over and show me some stupid shit again or tell me some stupid joke like you always do. I'm sorry I've been gone. I'm back now, you know? I'm back now, so wake up. Wake up now, buddy. Just, you know, rise and shine. It's Tuesday. That was always your favorite day.
End scene. Scene 5. Age 18. Pink eye. 10 years earlier, the kids are 18. Kayleen's bedroom. Kayleen sits on her bed, knees to her chest. Doug enters. He's beaten up pretty badly. He carries an enormous hockey duffel bag. He's in pain. He drops the bag, collapses against her bed, and yells in pain.
What are you doing?
Had to stop by.
What happened?
Matt Dozier happened.
What do you mean?
I got in a fight with him.
You got in a fight with Matty Dozier?
Yeah, and that stupid Girl Scout gave me pink eye.
He takes Girl Scout cookies out of his bag and throws them at Kayleen.
Here. I bought her stupid cookies. Girl Scouts! What a bunch of little bitches.
These are Samoas.
Damn right.
Where are the Thin Mints?
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
What's your problem?
Go home. I'm sick. You're annoying. I wanted Thin Mints.
Shut up. I'll give you pink eye.
Go away.
Doug gets up, starts rubbing his eyes, and then walks to her like Frankenstein.
Give.
Ew, stop. Get away. Get
Doug
off me, you
crawls all
pervert.
over her on the bed.
God.
And fights him off.
Get off, my God.
What's wrong with you? What?
You're a fucking pervert. Every guy in the world, you all act like you're playing around, except you have to crawl all over me. You think I don't know you have a total hard on right now, you perv?
I do not.
You do too?
I'm wearing a cup. It's plastic. It's a protective cup. You paranoid little horn dog.
Leave me alone.
Fine.
Doug sits down and opens cookies. He eats.
You hoe bag.
Shut up.
Enjoy the pink eye. It's like the most contagious thing in the whole entire world.
I don't care.
What's wrong with you, anyway?
Nothing. I'm just tired. What happened with Dozier?
First, I punched him in the face.
Why? It's Maddie Dozier, Dougie. You don't go punching Maddie Dozier in the face. What, do you have a death wish?
He threw me down and he kicked me and he wailed all over me. But I don't care because I busted his stupid nose. Fucking pussy. How come you weren't at school? You sick again?
I'm always sick.
You don't look sick.
I'm not. Not right this minute, anyhow.
You sure look weird. And you're all rude and everything.
Probably because I totally had sex today.
What?
With Tim.
You had... Today? When? How? What are you talking about?
He's my boyfriend.
So? I know.
So we have sex.
You mean you've been having sex? How long?
Like 2 weeks. We did it 2 weeks ago.
How come you didn't tell me?
I'm telling you now.
Well, what the fuck?
What?
Wait, I don't... What? I don't want you having sex with Tim.
He's my boyfriend.
You're too young.
Just because you've never had sex.
I told you I had sex.
With your cousin.
We're not cousins. We're family friends. Shut up. I can't believe you had sex with him. That guy is nasty.
Okay, it's not like we're doing it nonstop anyway. Okay, we only had sex twice.
Twice.
Once 2 weeks ago and then today.
Today. Here? In this bed? Oh, I was just in that bed that you were screwing Tim Riley in. Oh, that guy is Skis Central.
Just forget about it then.
I can't just forget about it.
It wasn't...
What? It wasn't what?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. It's over anyway. I mean, I did it twice. I got it over with.
Sounds like it was really fun.
Well, it wasn't. Okay? It wasn't fun. It's just like, like you have to pretend you're not even doing anything. Like you're just playing around. Like you were with me just now, Tim's over here and we have to pretend like we're just being normal, playing around, wrestling around and everything. And then suddenly you were not, suddenly he's like,
He's like, what?
Nothing.
You didn't want to?
I mean, not at that exact moment.
Kayleen.
Okay, don't get all crazy. Okay? You're always so dramatic.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna kick him in his ugly skull, that dirty piece of shit.
You're not gonna do that.
Why not?
Because you're not, okay? Just forget about it.
I'm talking about you, Kayleen. I'm talking about you. And nobody can just come around and I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, will you shut up, please? Will you just sit here?
No, I'm not gonna sit down.
He is my boyfriend.
No, he's not. Not anymore. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Doug.
I hate him so much.
Doug, come on. Are you crying?
No.
Kayleen grabs his shirt and pulls him to the bed where he sits. Still face in hands, Kayleen hugs him. Doug wipes his eyes.
Why is everybody gotta be so mean? So mean. Dozier, Tim, they're all sick. He called you a skank. Dozier did. I was leaving school and he yelled out to me, him and those guys, they were just laughing and they were saying all this stuff. People think they can just say things like that about you, but then they got punched in the face and they always will. Kayleen, they will always get punched in the face. By me. You're not a skank. You're not.
They sit for a moment. He looks at her and then at her hands. He strokes her leg in a tender way.
You got blood on your jeans.
It's not blood.
Yeah, it is. It is. When did you start that again?
You didn't start anything. I thought having sex with you know, I thought it might make me stop.
Does it hurt?
A little.
What could make you stop?
I don't know. Nothing.
Doug gets up and walks away from her. Kayleen watches him. She unbuttons her jeans and pulls them down. Her thighs have small cuts on them.
What?
Doug looks at her legs. He goes to her. He kneels in front of her and lightly touches them.
Do you think I could give your legs pink eye?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. What do you use?
Kayleen takes a razor blade from underneath her pillows.
If it hurts, why do you do it?
I don't know.
Doug touches her legs gently. They look at each other.
Don't tell me to stop.
Doug stands up and unbuttons his pants. He pulls them down. He holds his thigh out to her.
I'm not going to cut you.
I won't tell you to stop. If you do.
Why?
Just do it. Just like how you do it.
Kayleen puts the razor to his thigh, but doesn't cut him.
I can't.
Do it.
Dougie, why?
Just do it. I want to see what it's like, okay?
It's different. I can't do it to someone else.
I'm not somebody else. I'm you.
She looks at him. She puts the razor to his thigh. She cuts him. He breathes sharply once.
I'm sorry.
He touches his cut. He kneels back down in front of her. He puts his hands on her thighs. She puts her hands on top of his head. They look at each other.
You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen.
I know.
End scene. Scene 6. Age 33. A blue raspberry dip. 15 years later, the kids are 33. A sterile lounge in a health facility. Kayleen sits in a chair, staring into space. Doug enters. He walks with a cane and a pronounced limp. He wears an eye patch. He sees her before she sees him.
Leanie. Kayleen
I thought you were dead.
I wasn't.
You woke up.
Yeah.
When?
5 years ago.
5 years.
Yeah.
You really woke up 5 years ago. Where have you been?
I don't know.
What's with the cane?
Nothing.
Come on, what happened? Did you ever marry that girl?
Elaine?
Elaine.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were dead.
Did you visit me?
They've got me on about 25 medications or something. It's like a swirl of ice cream in me. You know how they dip the ice cream and it gets a hardened shell?
Like a Frosty Freeze?
Yeah, I'm a blue raspberry dip. Just
Delicious.
yeah. This place isn't too bad. Except for the food. And you can't smoke. I had a bad patch, Dougie.
What did you do?
I hurt myself.
How?
I don't remember doing it.
Doing what?
My stomach. You know, it always hurt. And my mom and all that, and it got worse, and I just tried to take it out.
What do you mean?
I was out of my head. I tried to cut my stomach.
Cutting your stomach out. That sort of thing's not healthy, Leanie.
It's okay. I'm not very good with a knife, so.
Kayleen, you visited me, didn't you? In the hospital? Because I swear to God, I heard your voice out there, or your presence, or your echo. I don't know how, but I remember you. Something about you coming to me. Sinking into me. And giving me breath again. You came and healed me.
What does it matter?
What do you mean, what does it matter? You raised me from the dead.
No, I did not. Not your guardian fucking angel, Doug. For God's sake, don't look at me, okay? I did not come and see you.
No, you cannot do that. Do not lie to me. I can see it all over your face. You were there.
I wasn't fucking there!
Well, then why not?
Because why would I, Doug? What about when I needed somebody? Where were you the last 5 years?
My life got away from me.
Oh, poor you.
Every angle of it. I probably have 10,000 excuses. But Kayleen, I'm sorry. Something happened to me and I had to find you. Look.
Doug goes into his bag and takes out a small stone statue of an owl.
I brought you this.
What is it?
You don't remember?
No.
You don't remember this owl.
No.
Yes, you do.
Am I supposed to?
Stop lying.
I'm not.
You know this owl. We used to think it was an angel back at school. It was a small statue on the roof at St. Margaret Mary's.
I don't remember.
You're so full of shit.
I don't remember anything, okay? I'm sorry. How'd you get it?
The school blew up. St. Margaret Mary's blew up.
What?
It exploded.
Were there kids in it?
No. No, you idiot. It closed down like 10 years ago. It was used by the diocese for storage. It was a storage. There was a leaking gas main.
So what you went to pick through the rubble?
No, I actually work in insurance now.
What?
I'm a claims adjuster.
Oh, you are such a loser.
I know. Yeah. But I get to go and investigate the wreckage, and I got to go to the school, and I go over, and the place is collapsed. So I hoist myself up there on the roof. I'm walking on the roof, and then I step through a weak board or something. This upright nail went clear through my foot. It was about 8 inches long.
Oh my god.
Then the board with the nail in it, that board snapped through another board and broke my leg in 3 places. Whew, it took them 5 hours to get me out. And then I got an infection. And that's why I have this cane now. But listen, so I'm up there, and
Oh my god.
I'm stuck up there waiting for them to come and get me. And there were these severed heads of a bunch of saints that all ended up all over the place just staring at me. And this owl was there too. And so I lean over and I grab the little guy. I was in serious pain. I just started gripping him so close to me because all of a sudden I was like, where the fuck is Kayleen? All of a sudden everything was clear. Trapped on that roof in the rubble, impaled, surrounded by all the angels and the saints. That is my life up there, Leanie. That is my life without you.
Does it hurt?
It's stigmata.
It's not stigmata. It's 1 foot. Stigmata is both feet and both hands. Let's keep perspective here.
It hurts a little.
Kayleen holds the owl and looks at him.
Look at this poor guy. He's all beat up.
Spent his whole life up there on that roof just looking down.
You want to touch my scar?
Doug doesn't answer. They stare at each other for a moment. She gets up and goes to him. She pulls her shirt out so Doug can put his hand up her shirt. He does and touches her stomach.
God, Leanie.
It's my scar, Dougie. It's like a roller coaster across my stomach. You're not the only retardo on the planet.
She tenderly touches his head. He takes her face in his hands. His hand remains up her shirt.
You didn't even like him. You said he was a stupid-looking angel.
You do remember.
Yes, goddamn it, I remember my goddamn angel.
They sway together for a moment.
I wish I could do for you what you do to me. Wish you'd let me. You think we could get out of here? You think we could just pry ourselves away, out of everything go somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Yeah, anywhere.
I can't.
Not even like right this moment, but sometime soon, I could come and get you.
I can't. I can't.
Kayleen steps away from him. She stops looking at him. She sits back down, holding the owl. He stares at her.
Are you gonna let me drift away here? I don't want to, Lean. I'm worn out. I don't have so much left in me anymore. You know? I'm saying, don't let me. Don't let me drift away again. I might not make it back.
End scene. Scene 7. Age 23. Tooth and nail. 10 years earlier, the kids are 23. Night. Outside of a funeral home. Kayleen sits on the steps of the funeral home smoking. She wears the same black dress from scene 2, but she looks clean and sober. Doug enters. He's wearing the black suit from scene 2, but no blood, and he still has his left eye. He's missing one of his front teeth. They look at each other.
Hey again.
What happened to your tooth?
Knocked it out this morning. I was hammering in the shed. Hi. Kayleen.
Hey again.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For your dad.
You're sorry for him?
About him.
You missed the wake. Everybody went home. No one in there but a dead guy in a box.
I thought it went till 9.
8:30.
It's good to see you.
Fuck off, you toothless piece of shit.
They smile at each other. Doug goes to her for a hug.
It's so good to see you.
Don't hug me. Don't hug me. I'm all hugged out. I've been hugging people all day. Everyone in there. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. What loss? If I hug one more person, I'm going to choke on my own spit.
It's been forever, Leanie.
I've been here. Where the fuck have you been?
College. I came back in the summers and Christmas. I tried to find you. I tried to look you up, but I couldn't find you.
I was here.
Where? Not listed. Not at home.
I work. I work and I sleep. What do you do?
Nothing. Nothing right now. Looking. I don't know. Seems like whenever I'm here, I'm looking for you.
You didn't look hard enough.
Jeez. Okay. Leanie, you're here now. I found you.
He sits next to her and hugs her.
Will you stop? Stop.
I've missed you.
You're a freak.
I missed you, Leanie.
Don't call me that. Nobody even calls me that anymore.
I call you that. So what's been going on with you? past 4 years.
No, let's not do that. I don't feel like recapping the last 4 years of my life.
Fine.
I'm waiting tables.
Your dad told me you were waitressing. I told you I came looking for you.
You talked to my dad?
Came by your place.
Okay. When?
This was like a year ago. I stopped to see if you were there. I talked to your dad. He told me you were waitressing and he didn't know where.
You talked to my dad?
Yeah, you think I enjoyed that? I hated being in the same room as that guy. May he rest in peace.
He told me you stopped by.
Oh, no surprise.
He's such an asshole. Well, I'm alone now, Dougie.
You're not alone.
Yeah, I am. My mom died last year.
What? She died? When? How?
I don't know. Her stomach.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. You're sorry for my loss. I hadn't seen her in 11 years. Her ex-boyfriend called me to give me the news. And you know what my dad said when I told him?
What?
He started crying, and told me she was a better woman than I'd ever be. The bitch who walked out on us.
You're not alone, Leanie.
Don't call me that.
Leanie.
Shut up.
Leanie Deanie.
I'm gonna burn you with my cigarette. You need to get a fake tooth, like Stat. You look inbred. Just block it. Did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt like crazy.
It's good to see you too.
I'm home now.
What does that mean?
It means I'm home now. I'm back.
Well, that's good, I guess.
You know, whenever something crazy happened at college, or I saw something amazing or beautiful or fucked up, I'd think, man, Leanie'd love to see this shit. Sometimes I'd just imagine you were there, you know, I'd imagine you were there and I'd start having a conversation with you, just talking to you. And
yeah, there's a word for that. It's schizophrenia. So
I just want to be friends again.
you're the one who left.
Are you okay?
Right?
Are you okay?
I told you. I'm fine.
Come here.
No.
Kayleen, come here.
Fuck off.
Doug walks to her. He takes her face in his hands. She tries to resist, but relents.
Look at me.
What, Doug?
They stare at each other. He kisses her. She lets him, but doesn't kiss him back.
I love you.
She pulls away from him.
Your parents were here tonight.
I know.
They sent flowers. Your mother said she was going to bring by a casserole. That's what your mom is like. She's the kind of woman who brings over a casserole.
They love you too.
This is This is so fucked up what you're doing right now.
What are you?
Kissing me, coming back like this, telling me you love me, that your parents love me. Just leave me alone.
Leanie.
You're so stupid. You always think everything is one way, but you don't know anything.
What? What? What don't I know?
You don't know me. Okay? You think I'm some girl you dreamt up 1,000,000 years ago.
Okay, then who are you?
Nothing. Nothing. Just shut up.
No, who are you? Since I don't know anything, who are you?
Shut up.
Doug goes to her and tries to kiss her, but she steps away and doesn't let him.
Don't.
Why not?
She doesn't answer. She lights a cigarette.
I got some fireworks in my car.
You're retarded.
I do. I got a mess of them in the trunk. Killer too. The Japanese shit.
We're not going to light off fireworks.
Why not?
I don't know, Dougie. Maybe because we're not 15 anymore? Or maybe because you're retarded? Or maybe because I have to wake up tomorrow for my father's funeral.
We'll go down to the bridge on Roanoke, just like old times.
I'm living with someone.
You're living with someone? Like you have a roommate?
I'm living with a guy. We've been together a year.
Where is he? He's not with you?
He doesn't like funerals.
He doesn't like funerals. This isn't a funeral. It's a wake.
He said seeing a dead body would wake him out. Shut up.
And you're with this guy?
Hey, don't judge him, all right? He's sensitive.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Doug paces. Nice. He starts to leave. He comes back.
You know what, Kayleen? Jesus Christ. You know what? I came to your house last year when your dad was there. And I know he hates my guts. He always has. And he's like, she is where she is. I don't know where that girl is. And he said he didn't care. He said he didn't care. And he didn't care to know. And I was about to leave. Just leave. And I didn't. I did not. And I said to that son of a bitch, you remember what I said to you, you asshole? I said, I told him, you are fucking worthless. You have a daughter that is a gift from God. She is the most perfect being to ever walk this earth, and you don't even know it. And she loves you because you're her stupid father, but you never loved her back. You just damaged her and fucked her up, but you never loved her. And you never even bothered to notice she's an angel. So fuck you, cocksucker. And I told him I hoped he'd die alone, and he did. So I feel guilty about that. Now, I can take care of you, Leanie.
He approaches her. She hasn't been looking at him, but she has been moved by his words. He reaches out and touches her face. She flinches, recoils from his touch, and steps away from him.
I don't need anyone to take care of me.
Doug turns to leave.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go light off my fireworks.
He exits.
Bye.
She takes out a cigarette, lights it, looks out after him, sits down, more to herself.
Blow your face off.
End scene. Scene 8. Age 38, Zamboni. 15 years later, the kids are 38. An empty indoor ice rink. Kayleen stands on the ice. After a moment, Doug enters. He is in a wheelchair. He wears a coat and a knit cap and, of course, an eye patch. They haven't seen each other since he visited her in the hospital 5 years ago. They look at each other but don't say anything. They both look out at the rink.
I did a good job with that ice.
It looks like glass.
They rebuilt the Zam for me. I can drive it with my hands. Last cut of the day. It's late.
I didn't know about you, about the accident. After I got out, I was too,
It's okay. I know.
it's cold.
Ice rink. I watch the kids play hockey. They fly around. They fly around the rink. I like it at night after the last cut. Look at that ice, Kayleen.
Your mom told me I could find you here. She's so nice to me. As if she doesn't even know anything. Or maybe it's if she knows everything. You and your family, Dougie. Nicest people in the world. And you have to get tangled up in the spokes of my train wreck.
Trains don't have spokes.
Dougie, why do you do this? Where'd you learn how to climb a telephone pole?
Easy to climb up. Not so easy to climb down. Especially in the pouring rain.
Why'd you do it?
You were unlisted.
Stupid.
Maybe.
Not maybe.
Maybe if I could climb up to the top of this telephone pole in the rain at night. Like the mast of a ship lost at sea. Maybe I'll see the shine of you bringing me home. That's the maybe.
That's stupid.
Yeah. That is stupid.
She looks at him. He looks at the ice. A long moment.
I came here to lay my hands on you, Dougie. I've never believed it, but I have to do it. Because if you believe it, that must be enough. I came and I saw you. When you were in a coma.
You said you didn't.
I did. I came and I saw you and I touched you and I felt like an idiot, but I did. Nothing happened. So I just felt it was stupid. But you woke up. You woke up, you freak.
How come you said you didn't come to see me?
I don't know, Doug. You were there asking me if I was the reason you miraculously sprung back to life. I can't be the reason you're alive. Why? Why would I be able to do something like that? How could I? I don't know what this stupid thing is anyway. It's just, is it something that comes true if one person believes it? Or two people? If it is, I believe it. I'll believe anything, Dougie. I don't care. I'm going to touch you now. So tell me where. Just tell me where.
Don't touch me, Kayleen.
I know, but I just think that if I...
Don't touch me.
I want to, Dougie. I have to. You just have to let me.
Touch me.
Don't even for that. Dougie, come on. Just for me. Can you please for me? Just...
Please!
Kayleen stands and goes back to the bench and sits. She covers her face with her hands for a moment.
I'm good like this. I'm good. Don't need anything else. Except maybe when I see those kids flying around on the ice. But I'm done flying around.
God, I feel sick.
Throw up.
I want to. Remember.
Yeah.
We stood there staring at it.
Just staring at it.
You cleaned it out.
I did?
Yeah, you washed it out. We left. We went out to the playground.
We sat on the swings.
We sat on the swings. You kept climbing up the swing chains and swinging from the top bar like 10 feet off the ground. And I told you were stupid. I'm going to crack you open your head. So you came back down. And we sat on the swings.
What did we talk about?
I don't know. I don't know. We talked about everything. We talked so long. It was the latest I'd ever stayed up in my life. It was almost morning when we left the swings. It was so cold, and you gave me your jacket to wear. The playground was so pretty. The sky was just starting to be blue.
They look at the ice. End of play.
Curtain effect. We have nothing loaded. That's the play.
That's the play.
That is Gruesome Playground Injuries by Rajiv Joseph. And ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for
It's a beast.
Stephanie Renee Wall.
Paul Carganilla. Oh, what a bear, man.
And
That doesn't mess around. Like that.
Can you imagine doing that like 4 nights a week?
No. No, I cannot. You know, there's a couple shows like that where I'm like, I don't think I'd be well after like 8 shows a week, like Broadway. Like, another show that's like that, like Next to Normal.
No.
The musical with Alice Ripley. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have to see that one.
Oh man, she's mentally ill. And she goes through the paces, dude. And I saw her do it live because she did the tour even. She was so dedicated to the project. And I saw her do it live. And I remember walking out of the theater like rattled and being like, I couldn't do it. Like 8 of that a week, I wouldn't be well.
Yeah, and let's continue that conversation in just a sec, but I do also want to say so many thank yous to Mr. Craig Jackman, our narrator.
Craig and Amanda.
And if she's still camera ready,
Is she here?
she just swung out of the vines in the jungle of darkness.
Look at that gorgeous woman. Look at that gorgeous striped woman.
Yes, I am in the genre, right? Yeah.
To produce a show she'd never read, never prepared for, and just jumped in and did it. I'm sorry. Amanda Benjamin.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. It was fun, and it was so good.
It's a bear, right?
My God, I didn't know what to expect at all. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are so much fun. Like, this is the third one we've done. We did Wonderful Time was our first play. And then we did The Shape of Things. And we've done a couple of screenplay readings, or at least one or two, but like this is the third play that we've read on Vodacity, which is like really a shame because like it's I don't want to say it's so easy to put on, but like in the grand scheme of things, like Steph and I never talked about the show. We never rehearsed it. Amanda jumped on an hour before the show. We never talked about it with Craig, but like, just like production wise, like it's not tough to just throw this together, and it is just such an enjoyable experience. I feel like as an actor, and I feel like as I've read, I always go back and read the comments in every show after the show's over, and it seems like
I was just trying to scroll up so that I don't miss any, because I feel like if I close the window, I think I don't get to see all of them. So I was trying to hurry and scroll up. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Where you're like, hold on, if I don't close the window, I can scroll all the way to the top, and then I'll be able to read through it all. Because otherwise, it doesn't save all of them, right?
It does later, as long as
you can watch it
once in a while.
If you watch the show after. In perpetuity on the network, all the comments are
they'll be there
on the vet work.
Yes,
that too. Yes,
that one.
That's what I'd call like my veterinarian.
Yeah,
channel, my animal channel, the network. That's the next Audacity show. Just all about animals.
Animal House.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind.
Sure, that too. That too. Yeah.
Let's talk for a second about how, and we've touched on it, of course, every time we do one of these, we kind of talk about how weird it is to do it virtually. There's two things I love about doing it virtually. One is just the whole feeling of sitting around a campfire, listening to the transistor radio, those old drums.
Yeah.
Like it kind of has that feel when you're not sitting out in a theater somewhere, sitting in a play and enjoying that whole experience. When it's different and tuned, dialed down, like it feels like you let your imagination do the work, and you're just there with the voices mostly. But then like the other thing I love about it is when you go back, at least, and when you watch the performance, you're not the intimacy with the actors is not there if you're in the 10th row of the theater and the actor is facing this way, and you get to see what's going on with both actors.
It's definitely like there's like the awesome and the lack in both, right? Like
right.
It's the theater of the mind, which is what's really cool. That's what, when they did the radio dramas, they would call it, because it just unleashes your imagination, so that even though you see and hear these voices, your mind just takes over.
Which I love, but I will say, acting with Paul in person and acting digitally with Paul, it's a blessing that I've gotten to act with him. Because I know his style, and I know, like, you'll change your breathing, like you'll change something about pace, and I know what you're doing, but that's because I've gotten to act with you in person. So that's really a gift, because I kind of know what you do. But if I didn't already know kind of the way you work, I think I would feel a little lost. And also, like, I sometimes feel like I don't know if I would respond the exact same way in person as I do, and like looking into a little black dot with a green dot next to it, imagining how you're looking at me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was going to be my next point, was that like the thing that I dislike the most about this is obviously we're reading it. We're not memorized. But I'm like looking at the script and the camera, and then Steph's over here in the corner, and like how much I would love to just be looking at your face,
in your eyeballs.
Yeah, for these scenes.
Because there's so many scenes where they're holding each other hostage. Like they're just holding it. There's like beat, like everything.
Right.
And just so you guys know, like if you ever get a chance to read the script, it's fascinating because it's so dictated as to when they're shouting and when they're not.
Yeah.
And when like it's like this is not shouting. This quietly they say it. And in the notes for the actor, it says something about like just for knowing, Kayleen like should never cry in front of him. Really, like she should do everything she can to not cry in front of him because that's just her. Like except for in this scene and at the very end of the play, and I'm sure you can guess it's like during the scene where he's in a coma. You know, and he's not there to see her cry. And then at the very end, like they finally find each other and she kind of like lets herself be vulnerable, you know, at like the 11th hour, you know, like, and so, but I think, Paul, and please disagree or agree, I think I love meticulous writing like that because then I know what to do. Like it gives me, like, I love really, really specific framework because then I can like I know my parameters. I know exactly what to do with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you like it, or do you feel like it's limiting?
So I just like that is where I feel like shitty as an actor. Where like I like as someone who's written stuff and someone who's performed stuff after reading it twice. I wish I had put the work in and actually, you know, and that's what we would do in rehearsals is go over the beats and where does that was always a big thing in acting class. Where does it shift? Who's got the power? Where are the power shifts? And,
like I want to do it again. I want to talk through it and like establish that with you because like there were moments where I was stalling and I was going too slow and I was like faster, think faster, Stephanie, act faster. You know, you hear your acting coaches in your head like think. Humans we just react, we just respond, we just say things so often. We don't really dissect, which we probably should, but we don't always dissect what we say before we say it. And as actors, we're like the script and we think about it before we say it. You know, that's like, but we're not, you're humaning. You're not acting, you're humaning. So I'm like, faster, Stephanie, faster. Like, and I want to do it again and like do it better, you know?
Really explore. It's a fun thing about it, like the difference between improv and scripted things, and like there's just like when it's something like we just said after the play was over, if we had to do this 4 times a week, oh, it'd be so exhausting. But every time it's alive and it's breathing and it's a little bit different. And
that's true. And the way someone says something hits you different.
Yeah.
You know, or there's an eyebrow raise that you're like, what the fuck was that? And it changes the whole scene. You know, and it's like. It's true, though. It does. If you're really listening and focusing, it hits you differently, and then you respond differently. And you're like, I don't know why I just said that like that. Like, I'm irrationally angry because of that eyebrow raise now. Like, right?
I really liked you guys in the cover when you did like the teeth.
That is not in the script.
It was, but it was so great. I was like, 'cause you're talking about how limiting it can be. But then, like, it was really interesting. You know, I'm following along, so I am reading and how close everything is following. And then there was just that moment, but it was so real.
That was just me like that was just me finally getting to look at him for 5 seconds because there's a kind of a break in the dialogue, and looking at him and imagining him with minus a tooth and being like, "You're an idiot," like, and just like laughing at him, like. Where we just got to be us for a second and laugh at each other. Like, so like fun. if we were filming memorized and off script and doing it like a film, those are the moments that like get to exist and breathe and live. Yeah. You know, like.
But even with the scripting, you still took those beats, you still took those moments that you could. And it just, I mean, going through it the very first time, like we did tonight, it's like, oh, okay, this is coming, and watching some of your reactions and thinking, okay, here's how I would read it, but wait a minute, what they just did, this is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. One of my favorite moments from Haunted Man was when Paul took a hard left out of the script, and we just rolled with it. And it's really sweet. It's between Leo and Elise, and it's like, it's really a sweet moment when he just kind of starts talking to her, and then we just we just rolled with it, and he kept it in editing. He kept it in the film, because it was one of those moments where he was like, just be Elise, and we just like talked, and he asked me questions, and it's really fun and lovely and candid. But like, again, when you're doing it through a screen, it's hard to find those moments, right? Like.
Part of it too is like having done the character work. Like I remember your script for Haunted Man. Freaking, it looked like a scribble.
I called it the Bible.
The scribble monster attacked it, but just knowing, like having the opportunity, and that is one thing that I miss about like there's so many disadvantages and advantages to doing a reading like this, but one is like disadvantage. I feel like is really getting to know the character. Like I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface on who Doug is. I'm just trying to do the words justice. But if I really got to know who Doug was, and you got to know Kayleen better, and we could just live in those were always like, obviously I love to improvise, but acting classes where you could just improv in character, like and that's what
I want to do that because I haven't decided all the way. See, like this is the stuff we would talk about in rehearsal, like. We would talk about, like, what did her dad do to her exactly? Because, like, my instinct tells me that he sexually abused her. You know, like, her mom passed away, and then her dad was a dick, and maybe he was an alcoholic. And maybe that's why Kayleen is the way she is. And maybe he was physical to her or whatever. Like, he definitely, in my mind, he abused her in some way. And that's why, you know, hence his extreme rage towards him, because they've obviously opened up to each other. But like there's some choices that like we would talk about in the show, and we would like decide together that I like didn't all the way commit to. Yeah, like I decided there was abuse, obviously, but like there's layers of specificity there that like I guess it's like the agony and ecstasy of acting and like diving into it. Can you tell I miss acting? Like this acting is my first love, man. Like I love to sing and it's great, but like acting is I love telling stories. That's why I love country music, and that's why I love singing songs that really tell stories, because like I just love telling stories and like empathizing with people and helping other people empathize with whose ever story I'm telling. I'm not grammaring well right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like bringing empathy between people and like, and sharing these stories. And then everybody is like, oh, I'm not alone. Or, oh, that person was crazy to me because they're that way from this story I just saw. Do you know what I mean? Like it just brings understanding. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. 100%. And, you know, I miss theater so much.
So much. Any acting. I just want to act. I love it.
It's crazy. Like when you first start acting and somebody says there's a big difference between stage acting and film acting. You go, oh, okay. Right. But then like when you start doing it, it's just like having been on set with Everly for 2 months, like you spend a week on a minute-long scene as opposed to like when you're in theater, like the lights go down, the lights go up, and you're living for the next 2 hours, and it is such a collaborative. Where the first AD on Spy Kids said it really well. He happens to be like a lifelong friend of Danny Roquet, which was totally weird.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he said like so much of filmmaking is mechanical. It's just like there's no human aspect of it, and you got to just try in the final edit. You got to try to pull some humanity and some heart out of what, you know, the journey is, as like when you're making the movie, and it's just like stand there, move this way a little bit, say the line right here, as opposed to just living on stage and being a part of that collaborative effort of like the whole entire cast. And
this is the next 3 hours of your life.
On this night you're on this night you're not.
And
this
fight,
night you're really
fight for it.
And you're just like you're all in it together, and it's a huge team effort. And at the end of
it's the agony and the ecstasy, right?
Yeah.
Of life. I remember, I laugh every time I hear the opening drum fill of Legally Blonde. And I instantly start sweating in my armpits. I instantly get like tight in my chest because I know what the next 3 hours of my life are about to be, and I'm just like, okay, here we go, okay, like, and it's just you just have to like you gotta buckle up because you just know, like, there's no stopping. Like, the train is on the tracks and you can't leave. You cannot exit. There's like, it's like when you gotta pee real bad on the drive to Vegas and you can't stop because you have to be there at a certain time. And you're like, this is what it is now. This is just what it is. I have to just buckle up and take it. Like, it's just like, but that's like the great part about it, because there are, usually, well, not in this play, but like often there's at least 15 other people that are on the train with you. This is a different animal, obviously.
Yeah, I think the smallest cast I've ever done a show with was 4. I did it, two men and 2 women.
Was it Songs for New World?
It was called Closer. It was a heavy drama called Closer.
Yeah, I haven't read it all the way, but yes.
But yeah, Steph and I, we were talking. We're like, what?
It didn't hit anything electronic.
I was trying to be cool and like pour it into the glass to be like,
just looking in the
theater. And I poured it directly not in the glass.
I mean, like, a little bit got in.
And
focus,
that is
Stephanie,
why she's
focus.
not using her nice microphone tonight.
Oh no, we're gonna get sued.
Sorry.
I'm going to smell so good in like 20 minutes. I'm going to smell like stale grapes.
Sam's like, he stole my buttons.
She's
Yeah, Sam is just
beauty
this right now.
and she's grace.
I was gonna say,
It's
so,
missing that.
we'll let everybody go. It's super late. Amanda
No!
thought she was gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight.
We're playing games.
Sleeping
What-
on the
what's the game I like?
If there's
Quiplash.
Actually,
Jackpot.
I actually have one question for you, Paul.
Yes.
Okay. What made you decide to do this play?
So I'd never read it before. Like literally a week ago today, last Thursday, I started to Google 2-actor plays. And I ended up in some dark thread in some part of the dark web that said, what are the best 2-actor plays? And people are like listing their favorites. And one person said, Gruesome Playground Injuries.
They were
I
right.
said, that sounds like
Exactly like what I want to do.
So I Googled it and I pulled up a PDF and I started reading it. And
You're like, this is right.
Yeah.
This is exactly right.
I got about 5 pages into a couple other suggestions and went, and then, but this one I just kept reading and I was like, I think this is going to be it. And then later that night I finished reading it and I texted Steph and I said,
I think this is it.
hey, this is all kinds of dark and painful and also beautiful. And she said, I'm in. I said, do you want to read
Sounds
it?
like it's perfect.
I said, do you want to read it first? And she said, nope.
Nope. I
And
trust you.
so
Let's
it's
go.
All right.
Because you know me, you know my style. Like, listen, I have to play. I love playing Elwood. Don't get me wrong. I love playing I love the Goldie Hawn roles that I do, the Lucille Balls, I like doing that. But because that's kind of my box that I fit in for money, I love getting dirty and like getting my feet gross. I like going through the mud and playing these roles that like people wouldn't normally be like, oh, that girl, she can't be nasty. And I'm like, watch me, and I'm like, I'm gonna say the F word 30,000 times. Like, I just like, I like offending the room. I like to play against type like this. So this for me is like a treat. When you're like, it's pretty gruesome and it's pretty raw, I'm like, sounds awesome. I'll be there. Cause it's, when do I get to do that? And then I read it. And then even today when you're like, so you like it, right? And I was like, it's excellent. Stop. Yes. Don't ask. Shut up. It's great. I should have said that. I should have said shut up.
Shut up. You're retarded.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's the only one. That's the only word that I was like,
I know every time I was like, ooh.
My favorite is he's
like, that's not nice.
The first time she uses it and he says, you shouldn't say that. It's offensive to
Sorry
people
for
who are
offending you.
actually retarded. And she says, sorry for offending you. And he says, it's okay.
It's all right. Did you see? I don't know. You see, you couldn't see my face after that. Like Kayleen was like, you don't. Cool. He has no idea that I'm just totally railing on him right now. But it was written in what year? It was 2009, 8, 9.
Let me scroll up in this version of the script.
And I think like there's things of like with like she has to be, she is kind of a nightmare. Like she's kind of a train wreck. Like there are things, she's super together and she does her best to be together, but she's kind of a nightmare for reasons that are kind of not her fault. Like, yes, she should learn. Yeah, 2009, right? Yes, she should learn. Yes, she should be better. But the audience has to know, like, God love her. She has been set up with a bad set of circumstances, and she's kind of a trend. I think that moment, like those moments when she says that, where they're like, she's a nightmare. Like she needs him to help her. Like she needs him. They
need each other.
They need each other. Yeah, for so many reasons. So Quiplash.
First of all, Heather says, I love that Steph randomly has a roll of toilet paper in her studio. And
it's true. And nobody even questioned it. You just like pulled it out and we're like, yeah.
This was the closest thing to tissue I had near. And I was like, scene 4 is going to do me in. And I'm going to need this in my life. It was so
good, though. I was like, I need to keep this monologue in my mind for
it's
someday.
rough, man, right?
This is a good monologue for any person who can tackle it.
Oh my God.
When you start diving down the YouTube rabbit hole, you like a ton of actresses have put it like that's the monologue on YouTube.
How's
this
it?
Is me showing I can act. It's a bear.
Yeah,
it's mean.
Yeah,
I'd like to do that. I'd like to do it again.
Production history listed here in the first version of the script says Gruesome Playground Injuries had its world premiere on October 16, 2009 at the Alley Theater in Houston, Texas. The original cast, Kayleen, was played by Selma Blair.
Oh.
And Doug was a fellow named Brad Fleischer. I don't know if I know Brad
look
Fleischer.
Up that
actor. If you Google image him, you'll be like, oh, that guy.
Yeah,
and it says at the bottom of this version, at the time of this edition went to press, the play had not yet been cast. So it has been edited.
Wow.
We read the edited version. But again,
the version that I'm looking at shows that it went to Broadway, Second Stage Theater in 2011, directed by Scott Ellis. Kayleen was Jennifer Carpenter, and Doug was Paul Schreiber.
And who did the music?
Music, somebody by the name of Gwendolyn Sanford and Brandon Jay. Two Bodies, I think I've heard the name before.
Well, also the composers for Romeo and Michelle, the musical.
That's a small world.
They're all...
Hey, listen, I just want to say, Amanda Benjamin, thank you again.
Oh, yeah.
So freaking much. Just threw her evening to the wind.
I wish I could have done a little more, but we got it.
No, you were amazing. So. Stop.
It was awesome.
And before you go through all the thank yous, do you want to do any promos?
We'll do it after, since I already started the thank yous.
Okay.
Craig Jackman is the narrator.
Thank you so much.
Craig.
It was a pleasure. It was fun too.
And what a joy. What a joy to work again with Stephanie Renee Wong.
And I can't wait to play Quiplash right now. It's going to be so fun.
And if you stay tuned in to the Vaudacity Network, we may be playing some Quiplash.
Also, Matt King was like, it would be a totally different play if Cecilia played Kayleen.
If it was Cecilia and Faruka?
Shut up.
Cecilia and Arnold?
Cecilia and Arnold. Oh, my God.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Speaking of trade
Just wake up. Just wake up! Oh my God, I can't even do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Trying to be Evil Knievel.
What's Evil Knievel?
Yes.
Who's Evil Knievel?
Motorcycle guy.
What? That sounds so cool.
Oh no. But speaking of things coming
and cue the parody.
Audacity, just like Quiplash. We got some exciting stuff coming up. Just like Dancing with Dari next? Are we jumping to Tuesday? I mean, Gaming with Dari next?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get it up?
No, I got it.
That's what she said.
Those two were just in the wrong order.
Oh, wow.
We need 8 people to play Quiplash, though. Do we have 8 people to play Quiplash?
Sure. Laura Smith, make Laura do it. I know she's watching. Laura, I know you're watching. You're hiding and you're not saying anything in the chat. But Laura and Dave, I know you're watching. I also have a feeling that Fran Danklin may or may not be watching.
You do?
Text him.
That was...
Sam Miklich just texted me.
Make Sam do it also.
Amanda's like, dude, I was gonna be chilling on my couch
No,
tonight.
no. Sorry. I
Get ready for Quiplash.
All
It
right,
actually did something very odd.
I'm forcing everyone.
Okay.
I'm holding everyone hostage.
You can't see Dari's promo has been up for a while. I tried to go back.
Yeah,
and
there
like,
it is.
Everything was changed when I went back. And that's why I was like, huh? My
Now we got
video
it.
all looked different.
Gaming with Dari. If you like,
Should I text Dan right now and be like, get online?
text whoever.
I'm texting
can jump
Franklin.
in and wants to play.
Texting Franklin, I'm texting Smith.
We this is episode 5 of the newer version of Dari's show, the new
Online.
generation of hope we don't get sued. Dari show.
Oh no, we're gonna get sued.
She's playing games Tuesday nights. Join us Tuesday night at 8 p.m. for Gaming with Dari episode 5. Every Wednesday is Amanda on Demanda. She's right here in our Zoom. What is it? What is the theme next week?
My God, I have not decided.
No idea.
Oh my
You
gosh.
guys, what should I do?
Hold on, wait.
You should do songs that start.
Wait,
with-
when was the last time you did a 90s one?
I did a 90s alternative, like I forget when, several weeks ago now, but I haven't done like straight 90s in a while.
Like, or like, what if you did like 90s, early 2000s?
Yes, I do love 90s. or
Any genre.
Yeah.
It could be like that good country, that early 2000s country, like that Faith Hill country,
True, it's
or it could be like some BSB. Like if it's early 2000s, any genre.
Generation Z calls it the aughts. Do
I
the
can't
early
deal
aughts.
with that. I hate that.
The Uts or the Aughts?
Amanda on Demand
Aught.
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
All right.
Next Thursday, who knows?
Yeah.
It might be a Cove. It might be another play reading. We'll see.
We'll find
Another
out.
play reading, more play. Oh wait, hold on. I'm out of town. Guys, I'm going on a cruise.
Oh.
Speaking of
I
cruise,
know.
Speaking
Where?
of cruises.
speaking
So listen,
is that
speaking of
the next
cruises-
slide? Is it the next slide?
Yeah, it's already on. You're good.
There it is.
Okay. Speaking of
So
cruises,
this is a warm-up cruise because I shall be living my actual best life in March. But this cruise that I'm going on Monday, David Marchesano booked a little family cruise for the kids and I to go on before school starts again. The kids have never been on a cruise ship. And so we're going to take them on a little like Catalina cruise moment, and they're over the moon excited.
That'll be awesome.
And so I'm going to be disappeared from the earth for 4 days.
That sounds like an amazing time. Just like Polly's Picnic Cruise number 2.
Yeah,
At
this is the warm-up for that.
March, early April 2023. Paul Carcanilla, Dan Franklin, Stephanie Renee Wall, the Pierces, Hunter Ackerman, and a performer yet to be named.
What?
There is a mystery performer floating around out there. And
What?
we were possibly going to have Jamie as well.
That's exactly right.
We found out
So
today.
everybody get your tickets. Paul, how do they get tickets?
They got to contact Anna Gina Vola.
How?
Or Valerie or Christina on Facebook. They know. They know.
Well, Dari's in the chat.
Maybe they don't know. Like JoJo was watching the show tonight. She's never been in the Polly's family. It's her first night.
She probably gone. But good.
She probably gone. She probably gone.
We got official confirmation today that Yes Day 2 is filming March and April next year. So I was hoping to bring the whole family on the cruise. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But
I
there will
guess
still
you'll just
be
have to drink with me the whole time.
a mystery performer to be named on the cruise. Christina's in the chat too.
Is it who I
just
think
noticed.
it is?
We shall see.
Whatever.
Calling
Calling Dan.
Janice. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Gruesome Playground Injuries. That was a lot of fun. And
He's gonna kill me.
stay tuned. There may be some more stuff coming up. But as for this stream, love you all. Good night.
I love you guys.